Speaking of confusing formats, the CCT is happening at the same time. The Championships, you were playing that one. That to me, it's still a confusing format. I'm starting to kind of understand exactly where things fall, but still, with three divisions, so many players, so many games going on, it's very difficult to follow. If there's anything I'm critical of, is that it's very difficult to follow. Like the Division 1 gets the coverage, and then I feel like Division 2 and Division 3, they're playing for a significant amount of money, but almost nobody watches those games or like follows those games.
Yeah,
Um,
people don't watch unless among chess players they watch it, but among like normal chess fans, yeah, they don't watch the other two divisions. Division two at least plays for like a spot in Division one next time.
yes,
Division three literally just I don't know what they're playing for. I mean, I
money,
understand they're playing for money, but besides that, okay, they're just playing for some money and nobody's watching.
and
Not like saying that as an insult, just
isn't the winner going to Division 2?
I don't think so.
The winner of Division 3 going to Division 2? I might be wrong on
No,
that.
I don't think so.
But yeah, in itself, I guess it's just also about the money. Yeah.
Also, the thing which I don't like so much is that they have this system where, like there's a Swiss system followed by a placement system, and then after the whole event is over, a few people, depending on their place, get a spot in the next placement system, thereby being able to avoid the Swiss play-in phase. And it's very confusing, and it doesn't really make sense about which people get these spots. Um, so like there's this play-in phase, and then there's a series of matches. Like so, I played the play-in. I think I got fourth place. Then I played two matches. First, I played Grishuk. Then I played
Opari?
yeah, sorry, yeah. Then I played Grigori in the second match, which was a bit of an annoying pairing, but it was forced. And Grigori only played one match because he had already been placed into this placement system without playing the play-in. So yeah, it is all a little bit confusing as well. But the event is fun. It's good money. It's still ongoing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maxime is in the grand final as like he'll have two lives, so he has a very very good chance to win.
Yeah,
Very good chance.
he was the one who eliminated Magnus from the winners bracket. Went on to eliminate Alireza actually quite handily, 2.5 to a half. Only
Yeah.
needed 3 games.
Yeah, he's playing great.
He's in great shape. Great shape. Alireza, he's going to go to the losers final, in which
Where he
he's
will
going to meet
face
Magnus or Jan.
Jan. Wait, yeah. Jan or Magnus play first, and then the winner plays Alireza,
Correct.
and then the winner has to beat Maxime twice to win.
Correct.
So basically, yeah, Maxime is
a big favorite for sure.
Yeah, big favorite for sure.
Big favorite. Your tournament not very successful, but there was a pretty cool moment. That
Yeah, I was really like
who win in 9 moves
I was
against
happy to
Alireza.
play Alireza.
Yes.
Yeah, I was playing Alireza. Yeah, in the first match, I was happy to play him. I thought it would be a fun match. It was. There were a lot of very fighting games.
It was literally back and forth. You guys were going win
Yeah.
for win. He
We
won
were not
first.
playing well.
You
quality,
won
but-
second. He won third. You won fourth. Was that how it went? And then you guys went into
Yeah.
to the Armageddon.
He won the first. I was like definitely better for most of the end game, and then I just blundered a piece in a time scramble. So of course, in the time scramble, he is sharper than me in terms of spotting tactics, and so that decided the first game. Then the second game, as you already alluded to, I won in 9 moves with a well-known trap,
Yes.
which like it's unbelievable that it happened. I mean, I've already played this variation against him in classical chess, and he went for like a normal line, which he knew, and it was a normal position.
I didn't know the trap.
You didn't know this trap?
I did not know this trap. No.
Okay, well, it's I guess we could like include
Yeah.
board,
We'll definitely put it there. Tell me the moves.
and it's a trap which, yeah, if you've never seen it before, it's a bit surprising, I suppose, but it does happen in various openings, where like typically in these slop structures, where at some point you see a trade of queens. So like you see queen b3 attacking b7, then there's queen b6, and then the trade on b3, which opens up the rook on the a file. And then there's some crisis in the center, which leads to a white's pawn landing on c6, and then there's rook takes a7,
Hmm.
and black is forced to take, otherwise losing the rook on a8, and then the pawn on c7 pushes forward, and now there's no rook on a8 that can um,
Stop the
that can
promotion.
protect that c8 square.
Yeah.
And furthermore, because there's a knight on b8, black uh, could defend the c8 square, but there's two squares that are being attacked, b8 and c8. So the pawn promotes. If there were no knight on b8, it would not work.
Hmm.
But the extra knight on b8 gives the pawn. It's quite cute, of
It's a
course.
cool one. Yeah.
It's also a double rook sacrifice before move 10. It just basically um, it's so unusual, right? That only very specific moves can lead to the situation where one side gives up two rooks, um, and you're two rooks down, but you just promote your pawn, and that's it. So, yeah, I won that game. It was incredible luck to win that. Of course, you never expect it to happen, to catch a top grandmaster in an opening trap.
Okay, Alireza got a
Obviously,
bit offended by it because you were smiling.
yeah, but okay. What can I do? I mean, it was fun,
I mean, you
and
have
I
to
was
smile.
happy.
When you get that on the board, you have to smile. There's absolutely no
I
way
mean,
around it.
I understand, staying stoic, but I was happy with it. I mean, I wasn't like laughing at him. I was just it was a nice piece of good fortune, which is also a beautiful trap and very unexpected. And yeah, I was happy.
And then
Unfortunately,
he sent some
I lost.
fighting words on Instagram. He tagged you. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah. So
He tagged you with this like Kobe speech where he says that job's not done after winning some games. Did you take that personally?
no, no, I didn't. I didn't care too much. I mean, I still thought it was a fun match. I lost the next game. I did my one good game in the match. I did win a very nice game four, very good fighting game. Um, it was really tough. It was a very tense game. It came down to seconds in a position where, uh, like I could win, but probably each move has to be accurate, which was the case, right? But I somehow found all the right moves with seconds and won that game. Was very happy again. But then Armageddon was a really really bad game. It was it was about as tough a position as you can get to play without increment, where one side has to win. So we were making like many mistakes, but then like my final mistake just didn't make any sense. I don't understand. I could have just traded queens, and then he I'm no longer really risking, and he just has to flag me, which I don't know. Maybe he'll do it, maybe not. But it's not. I'm probably the favorite, probably a decent favorite, like 70-30, because
Mhm.
he just has to flag me. Like the position is simplified at that point. So then I just blundered a piece. I mean, why would I keep the queens on this situation? It's just such nonsense to do it. I mean, and then I'm just immediately losing. There's nothing even to do. The match was over. So that was a sad end. It was a tough match. I was like very tired after it because uh, just like every game was tense, every single game.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, my next match didn't go very well against Wesley. I I made a serious mistake already in a difficult position, and he played very well in the first game. Second game, I had to win. I didn't play well. It was a two game match. Um, so that was poor from my side. He played well, of course,
Yeah,
but for my side, rather poor, and that was it for me.
I have to say Wesley is generally very good in this type of match formats. He's extremely consistent. We've seen that during the GCT as well. He was the first. He was the only one, I think, after the rapid portion that didn't lose a single game. He was basically just scoring +1 every single day, something along those lines. Like very, very consistent, like a Swiss watch. Just +1, +1, +1. Occasionally,
Well, it's pretty simple. Why? I can tell you why. Um, it's very when it comes to Wesley, it's very simple. Because Wesley is a player who, um, like at his best, his ceiling is, I don't know, you wouldn't say like the top. It's not like Magnus ceiling, but it's pretty close to Magnus ceiling. Uh, Especially in fast time controls. Like in rapid chess, Now, that's not to say that he always reaches it, but his ceiling is definitely up there. I think it's higher than a number of other players.
Yes.
Like he can play extremely precisely, very few mistakes, uh, and at a pretty good pace. Like without playing too slowly, so he doesn't get into massive time trouble. It keeps control. All those things he's very much capable of. Now, in a tournament format, he kind of struggles a little bit because you don't exactly know what you need to do in a tournament format sometimes. Like you don't have that clarity in terms of what you need to score, what you need to do, and and that can lead to the uncertainty of like how do I approach this? Do I go for it every game? Do I not? Some players I think have a good feeling for that. Like I think my feeling in tournaments is pretty good for that, and that's why as a tournament player I'm one of the most successful. And as a tournament player, I would say Wesley is not uh, as successful as some others, right?
Yeah.
Like if you think about the tournaments that he wins, it's not as many as let's say Levon, for example, right?
Yeah. Well, yourself, Levon,
But
Magnus, players
yeah,
that win
Magnus goes
tournaments.
without saying, and I mean we're not talking about Magnus here because Magnus wins the most tournaments, he wins the most matches, and so on. So, um, but in a match format, you know exactly what you need to do, especially Wesley. Like he keeps the match in control. He has a clear strategy, and then he is able to play without having to think too much about the result. Like when he loses a game, he knows that he needs to win, and then he's actually able to do that usually quite decently.
Yeah.
When he's not behind, then he doesn't take crazy risks, as some people sometimes do, losing control, and he keeps control of the match. So, like, if I think about players who are tough to play in a match format, I would think he's up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Many players are tough, but he's one of those players who I would say, yeah, it's never going to be easy against him. You can win, but it's never going to be easy.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Fabi. I think that's it for this week. We still have plenty of topics to talk about.